Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another strategies, tactics, and boosts video. It's friends and okay, give me a second. It's friends and Monaco Origin Series event, and I hope you all made it for the opening round because today this video we are going to talk about the the seven tracks we are going to race for the weekend, opening and final round, and it is seven tracks because we are racing twice in Monaco. Let's go and see the tracks that we have for this weekend. As I said before, two times in Monaco, first and eighth race. Again, in the first race, 9% chance of raining. Now, from a first look of the tracks we are going to race, we see only in Imola some chances of high temperatures above 30, and of course we see Imola, Barcelona, Singapore and Monza, and of course Monaco in the first race with some chances of rain. And this is what it makes the event interesting, special, interesting and difficult, because a full wet race in Imola or in Monza, uh, it's a bit of a nightmare. Singapore also, well, raining is an issue. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So here we are. Raining is an issue anyway in any track, but there are some tracks more difficult when they are wet than others. Imola and Monza and Singapore, depending on the matchmaking, are these tracks. So yeah, we have to be careful about these tracks and what to do if it rains and if we have a bad matchmaking. Anyway, let's get started with Monaco. We're going to go fast with Monaco. It's the same that we talked about for the qualifying round. So, yes, if you are at the back, go for harder compounds. This means 5 laps with hards, 5-3 hard soft. You can go 3-5 soft hard. First choice would be 5-3 hard soft and 4-4 medium. But if you have good tire management, then go 5-3 medium soft. We go with the faster and the softest compounds, and 4-4 soft medium. Don't worry that you are going to run out of tires by the end of stint 1. It's okay, you won't lose any time. Of course, as an alternative, we can think about 2 pit stops, but only not against a real player, and only if we have a somewhat easy bot uh, to play with as an opponent. Now, if it rains, 4-4 from wherever we are, and 5-3 if we are at the top of the grid, some drivers might go 6, but as I said in the previous video, 6 laps is a very slow strategy with wets and with hards and with anything. So 5-3 when we are at the top, 4-4 when we are, even if we are at the top, in the middle or at the back of the grid. So let's go to Imola, and here raining, a wet race is going to get us in trouble. Let's hope we don't have rain, but you never know. So first of all, 1 pit stop in Imola, 4-4 hards or 4-4 medium hard if you have the tire management, is one of the best choices. And 2 pit stops, also all softs or softs and medium, depending the weather, depending the temperature, if it's over 30 or below 30. So if it's below 30 and you have good tire management, then go for all softs. But if the temperatures are higher, then think about where you want to push and where you want to conserve, and accordingly choose your compounds. As you can see, I have put on screen all the variations of compounds for 2 pit stops. And now let's go to rain. If it rains 5-3, I was thinking about 2 pit stops, but unfortunately, I I believe, and I asked around, and everyone believes that it's a disaster. One extra pit stop in Monza, in Imola, in a wet race, and I believe this is the case. So probably it's better to conserve in our first stint and go 5 laps and execute a 5-3 one pit strategy. And of course, this is the easy one, 4-4. But here we're going to pit the with all the bots. So I would really prefer this strategy if we are at the top of the grid. This one if we aren't at the top of the grid. And as a third option, we could go 3-5, but our last stint would be very passive, and if we get attacked by the cars that are behind us, we won't be able to defend so much. So probably 5-3 and 4-4, the best two choices for Imola. Now, Brazil. Again, Brazil. Again, here is the fastest lap, Merlion, and well, my setup. It's with Warden, Avalanche, Horizon, Typhoon. So this is the way I'm going to chase the fastest lap if I need it. So, and of course, let's get things in order. First of all, for those of you that start at the back of the grid, one pit stop for sure, medium hard, because probably you don't have good tire management. If you have good tire management, this is for me the fastest one pit strategy, 5-4, medium, the fastest, where you can be aggressive in your second stint. Of course, our one of our two drivers will go to pit stops, will go all softs, and this is the guy that is going to chase the fastest lap. Alternatively, we can go 3-3-3, one driver if we are at the top of the grid, and our other driver 4-3-2. We can do this all softs again, but I would really like to go safer with safer choices. So 5-4 medium, and 3-3-3 all softs are the best two choices wherever we start in the grid. 5-4 all mediums if we have the tire management. And of course, this could be the fastest strategy, but here we are fast without, because we choose the fastest compounds. We do only one pit stop, but this is a very passive approach. We can push only a little in both stints. So this is much better against easier bots, not a real opponent. It's a fast strategy, and it's very fast because of the compounds. But if we have a big bot or a real player it's better to go with the safest choices, all softs 3-3-3 and 5-4 medium. Now, Spain, Barcelona. Here again, if you don't, again, we go 5-3. We can go, especially if we are at the back of the grid, big pit times, go for one pit stop, 5-3, hard, soft. Alternatively, you can do the opposite. I prefer the first choice, 5-3. And of course, the fastest strategy for this track, and not only for this track, is one pit stop again, but 4-4, all mediums. We can't go 4 laps with softs or 5 laps with mediums. So what you see is what you get, what you can do. The best and the softer compounds you can use is this. You cannot go 4-4 soft medium like we do in Hungary or Mexico. And of course, the second fastest strategy, 2 pit stops. Especially if you are in the middle or at the top of the grid, go for it. 3-3-2, very fast, and we can be very aggressive with this strategy, and it works because all the bots are going for one pit stop, and we will have the bots in front of us with slower compounds, and softs can overtake them even without pushing the red button. So this is why this works. Now, if it rains, the bots will probably pit in lap 5, as hards go 5 laps, wets go 5 laps too. So if we are at the back or in the middle of the grid, 4-4, or if we have both drivers at the top of the grid, one of them 4-4 and the other one 5-3. Now, if we have both of them in the middle or at the back of the grid, create a gap and go so you can pit them together and go for a double 4-4 pit stop. Singapore, another track with chances of rain. It's easy, we have seen Singapore a lot of times and we have raced here successfully. The fastest strategy is, although it's a 6-lap race, it has a very fast pit lane and a very slow track. It's a very slow track, so this is why 2 pit stops work here. All softs, of course, and service in both pit stops, because Singapore is the only track that we have so much issue with the reliability of our car. Of course, if we want to avoid stacking, both drivers going 2-2-2, we have to stall a little bit our second driver, so we can choose for him 3-3 with mediums, 1 pit stop. A little bit careful for with the reliability of our car, and we are it's going to be perfect. And of course, third choice 4-2, but here extremely caution with the reliability. We don't want our car to break down. Now, if it rains, 3-3 for wherever we are and 4-2 for our top driver. The bots are going to pit in lap 4. Some will go lap 5 and go 5-1, but 3-3 and 4-2, the choices here, the safest choices here for this race. Okay, let's go to Australia. We have some changes in Australia in the track, and I haven't raced yet in Australia, but the feedback I have, and from what I saw, not so big changes. I believe that the changes help even more the strategies we have decided that is best. So not changing anything, at least at the moment. Of course, 5-3 hard soft and 4-4 medium hard. First in medium, second hard, because 4 laps with medium in Australia is a little bit marginal. We can't push a lot, so we go hard second stint in order to be aggressive. But well, here it's going to be a little bit more passive, although we are going to be with faster compounds. But for me, the only choice, the best choice, and not only in the middle at top or at the top of the grid as I ride above, even if you are at the back of the grid, go for it and go and try the two pit strategy, all softs. It's, believe me, it's a very fast one. And finally, let's go to Monza, which is somewhat 50%, 55, I don't remember well, chance of rain, another disaster with if it rains. So, of course, 4-4, hard, and not only hard, it can easily go medium hard if you have very good tire management, is still the top strategy, especially if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid. Now, if we are at the top of the grid, we can go medium hard R1 driver and 2 pit stops, all softs, or depending on the temperature, some stints might need to go with mediums. So 2 pit stops, all softs is the better choice. But if we want to be aggressive in our last stint and not run out of tires, then if we go 2-3-3, then last stint it's better to be with mediums, because if we run out of tires in the end of the, just before the finishing line, believe me, you have seen it, I have seen it, I have gotten a gold medal because my opponent ran out of tires in the finishing line. So if you go 2-3-3, it's better to go soft, medium. All the other choices, okay, medium, soft you see here, but you can easily go soft. If you have good tire management, you won't be able to push a lot. No, you won't. But you are going to be fast just because you have soft tires. You can easily go soft, medium, soft. It works also. What I want to say is choose, go for 2 pit stops and choose the compound that you feel better driving with. As you can see, I have all the variations again of the 2 pit strategy. And finally, if it rains. Well, if it rains, look, there is nothing. It's only this one. There is no 5-3 here. I don't believe we can do 5 laps with wets. So it's 4-4, both of them. And yeah, God help us. Sorry guys, but that's it. In Monza, if it rains, if it's a complete wet race, I don't think there is a better solution than this. We will have to create a gap between our two drivers, go 4-4. I know that all the bots will go 4-4. Yeah. This is going to be really interesting, believe me. This is going to be very interesting, especially the 2 Italian Grand Prix. If it rains, if it's a full wet race in the Italian Grand Prix, we're going to see a lot of players dropping points. So let's review our tracks once more. Monaco, Imola, Sao Paulo, Barcelona, Singapore, Melbourne, Monza, and again Monaco, with chances of rain in Monaco, Imola, Barcelona, Singapore, and Monza. High temperatures maybe in Imola, but I don't know. Are we going to see rain or high temperatures? This is going to be a very interesting event. Okay, and we are back. So, that's it for the opening and final round races. I hope you liked the video, you found it useful. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. In the description of the video, you will find my Discord server link. Join the Discord server and where you will find, of course, me, other players. You can ask whatever you want, and of course, you can have all the strategies of all tracks available 24/7 for you when you need it. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great racing weekend. Till next time, take care, everybody. Bye.